Question 4 is an electric motor running through a gearbox into a mass of some sort. We need to find the transfer function that is output angle of the system, theta L, over input velocity EA. Our first step to do that is to simplify this system by moving the mass of the motor, or the inertia of the motor, the torque produced, and the angle of the motor over the other side of the gearbox using the gear ratios. This produces this simplified system at the top here. We can see that the gear ratios are inverted between the angular position and torque produced, as the gearbox will increase one while at the expense of the other. The next step is to create two equations of motion for each of the inertias in the system. Equation 1 here is for the motor, and equation 2 here is for this mass. This leaves us with theta L in the equation, which we need at the end, but no input velocity EA, which we'll deal with later on. In the meantime, we're simplifying and rearranging these equations so that it is useful in the later stage. I've rearranged equation 2 here to make theta L the subject, and I'm substituting it into equation 1. We've lost theta L out of the equation, but we will resubstitute it later on. I've simplified it to make Tm the subject. Next step is this equation, which is Kirchhoff's voltage law applied to the motor, and this is the same equation but with the motor constants introduced. We're going to use the above equation, which has Tm as its subject, to substitute in here. This allows us to remove the unknown and undesired torque, as well as introduce the opportunity to substitute theta L back in. We substitute Tm into the equation, we get this. We want to reintroduce theta L, so we take equation 2, this one here, rearrange it for theta M. Before it's convenient to substitute that back in, we take theta M in this equation here, divide it, take it to the other side of the equation, substitute theta M in here, which leaves us with EA over theta L equals the rest of the equation. We then multiply everything except EA to take it to the other side and plug in values from the document, which gives us this equation here.